And here we are at the Greenwich Peninsula in East London in the UK. And we're actually outside an event venue called Magazine London, where we're going to speak to Steven Haynes about the Light It in Red campaign, amongst other things. So yeah, the first one is just tell me a bit about how you got into the industry.
So that actually started off in high school, just started playing around with the small lighting desk we had there, and that kind of just got the feel for it and really liked what I was doing. It was a lot better than being on stage, so I ended up doing a college course in it, and then ended up working for the guys over at Clear Sound. And yeah, I've just been doing that since.
And they were your local company, were they?
They were, yes. They're based in the same town I live in, so it's nice and easy.
What's actually prompted the summer of lighting activism?
It's all very much been prompted by obviously what's going on in the world, the global pandemic, COVID-19. It's just meant that the events industry's got absolutely no work, so it allows us to give back when we've been doing things like the Our Shining Light project, giving back to the NHS and the frontline workers, and also to show that we need help with the Light It in Red and We Make Events campaign.
I think you've energised a lot of people in the industry as well in that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been really good to see the whole industry sort of coming together to do something incredible.
And specifically, how did Light It in Red start?
So that started with the Germans. The Germans did their Night of Light, which was a very similar movement, them lighting buildings across Germany red, to show that they needed support from their government. So we decided to bring that to the UK and do that all across the UK, and it was very successful.
And yeah, it must have energised you quite a lot doing that show, that on the 6th of July.
Yeah, it was really good. It was nice to be back doing some actual work, getting hands-on with the kit, other than just sitting and staring into the distance, waiting for the next gig. So it's really nice to get to do something, and really cool to see the whole industry come together and do something really big.
I think a lot of people that night as well, they were just absolutely delighted to be out lighting things and pushing flight cases around and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the whole industry, the amount of comments I got about people just saying it's nice just to be doing work again, because everyone misses it, because this industry very much, for many people, is not just a job, it's a passion, it's a hobby, it's everything. So it's nice to be back doing work.
Out of all the events that you've done this summer and taken part in, what's the most challenging?
So that would be this one that you're seeing right now. It was a lot bigger than any of the ones we've done before, with well over 700 venues involved in lighting red, as well as the large event on the Thames and events all around the UK. So it was quite a lot of work that had to be brought together. There was over 50 people involved in the project management of it. So it was a real big mammoth task to bring it all together as one, but it went really well.
How effective do you think all these activities have been in drawing attention to the industry?
I'd say they've been very effective. We'll really see over the next few days after this event as to truly how much it's got out to the wider world, as opposed to our industry bubble. But they've been very effective at getting the word out on social media and getting it out to sort of the mainstream press. So it was definitely a worthwhile cause. And
just tell me a little bit about how you and your team have lit this venue here at Magazine London.
So we've lit all the way around the building with red. You can't see the behind, but there's also lighting all down the back of the venue. Just off camera as well, we've got beam fixtures and a gobo with the hashtag Light It in Red. And the magnificent pylon behind us is also lit up red, as well as a truck just off to my left, which is all the way around it lit vibrant red. And we've done that to other venues in the area as well that are linked to Magazine London.
Looks fantastic, I have to say, it looks great. And you've used quite a lot of Robe lights for your various different lighting actions. Is there some particular reason for that?
Yes, we've used quite a bit. This specific one between the three venues we've done is over 140 fixtures. And really, Robe, it's reliancy, they're very good fixtures, and versatility. So they are very good at being able to use for a wide range of things. So I can use a fixture as a beam, swap it around, and it's now a wash fixture. So there's a really good use of just having a smaller number of fixtures but being able to do such a wide thing with them. What
do you think's been the biggest achievement of Light It in Red and the other lighting actions over the summer?
So I'd say the biggest achievement for me would be during the Our Shining Light, when we were doing the light in the skies for the NHS workers and frontline workers. I actually had a nurse approach me and ask us what we were doing. And when I explained what we were doing, she actually burst into tears and said that she'd had a really long day and she was really tired, and she was thanking us for what we were doing and saying that it means so much to her and all of the other NHS workers, the kind of actions that we put in place. So I think that was really good to show why we were doing it and really hit home personally. And it's also been pretty good to sort of, with the Light It in Red, getting trending on Twitter and just getting the name out there and showing what our industry can do when we come together.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, you've amassed a nice team of people to work with, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah. We've had everything from Robe's NRG students here today, which they've been absolutely incredible at helping us set up at this venue and Printworks, as well as teams from other production companies, and in the wider We Make events setup, teams from companies all over the UK, right from the small little tiny disco companies right up to the major big time companies, and it's been incredible to bring everyone together.
And how important do you feel it is for the industry to send out a precise and clear message right now?
It's absolutely vital to bring out a really clear message, because we are the invisible industry. We're the industry that stays behind the scenes, and that's what we're meant to do. But in this one occasion, we need to be seen. We need to show that we need the support, because even with the 1.57 billion package that came out, it didn't go to the infrastructure behind the scenes. It only went to the structure of like the grassroots venues and to things like museums. So to get our word out there and go, look, we are here and we need help, is absolutely vital.
And what do you think is the next step for the production, the technical production industry?
So hopefully support from the government for both the actual specifics of the technical production companies, as well as manufacturers, and even down to the trucking companies and every other company in between. And then going further into the future, eventually next year, hopefully going back to normal and starting to be able to do what we all love doing and getting back into events.
Talking of next year, you're going to Rose Bruford, I believe, in the autumn to start a new course there. So what are you actually going to study, and why are you doing that?
So I'll be studying the Creative Lighting Control course. So that's lighting systems and video systems, and I'm sort of going there to further my knowledge and be able to move on to sort of a slightly different part of the industry. So I currently do a lot of project management and corporate lighting. So I'm kind of moving into the world of touring and concert festival work, and just being able to sort of bring myself some new knowledge. What
do you love most about live events?
For me, it's live music in particular, hence I want to move into the world of touring. I absolutely love music and just being able to do my lighting for music, but mainly the atmosphere. I always tell the story about doing a festival with Don McLean and having 5,000 audience members singing American Pie. That is one of the most memorable moments for me. The atmosphere was insane. It's not something you could ever repeat.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'd really like to just push the message of what we've been doing tonight and over the last couple of months of the We Make events and Light It in Red and all the other lighting actions, and really say we need the support. We need the government support, and we need the UK's support, and going further abroad, all over the world, the events industry needs help. Without what we do, you won't have things like Glastonbury, you won't have things like Reading and Leeds. So we need that support so that we can keep doing those things, so that we can give you the memorable moments.